Hey guys, today in this video, I'm going to be troubleshooting Dropout by Oliver Sogard. Now if you haven't already, be sure to watch the tutorial for that, and I'll link that down in the description box below. But basically Dropout is just this really cool and pretty simple yet knacky combo move that is done in your dominant hand, and it's great to do after a Pincho or Biddle transfer, and you can use it to go into a single card twirl, a 2-card twirl, or whatever other single card move you want. Now I personally had trouble trying to launch that packet. Now I especially had trouble with the 2-card version, which I'll give tips for both the single card and 2-card version. And then after the tips, I'll give just a few combo examples so you can start using Dropout in your combos too. But anyway, let's get started with those tips. Okay, so for Dropout, you of course need a small packet of cards in your dominant hand in straddle grip. Now the number of cards depends on whatever's comfortable for you. I personally like to have 7 to 8 cards. Unless I'm doing the 2-card version, then I like to have a few more cards, and I'll get more into that later. But you can break off a small packet with your index and thumb off the top of the deck, close to your other thumb, and break off and roll it into straddle like so. You can also do Biddle transfer like that, and so you can do swing cuts, grip with your index on the front and put your middle on the back, and turn your wrist over while switching your middle and index finger to rotate the packet like that. You can also go into Dropout after doing Pincho, as long as the packet ends up in straddle in your dominant hand. And then from here, you of course want to use your thumb, which needs to be a little moist so it can peel off a card and drag it over to the side by your index finger. Now for launching the packet, a kind of misconception, I guess, is that you kind of push with your index like that, kind of like how you would for instant replay. However, when you do Dropout, it is actually easier to peel off the card and keep moving it until it is on top of your index finger. You see how that's sandwiched between my index finger and thumb? Then move your index finger behind, and then keep moving the card, and then push down with your thumb. And you can see that will bend the card just a little bit. My index isn't actually pushing. Instead, that single card is being launched by the pressure. Basically, you want this card to be pinched between your thumb and index finger, and that will launch the packet. So that's the single card version. The 2-card version is a little bit more difficult for me, and this one you really kind of need sweaty hands, especially between your index and middle finger. And again, I like to have more cards. It just makes it easier to peel off a card for me because it's a heavier packet. But basically, again, you peel off a card with your thumb, and then you want your middle and index to clip a card during that little launch. Now it is good to know how to do this move, which I believe is called Bionic. The 2-card version is just a combination of this single card peel off, and of course Dropout. So again, have a heavier packet, and basically it's the same thing. You launch the packet by pushing down with your thumb, while also making sure you try and pinch that top card like that. Now whenever I do that, I really have to focus more on actually trying to clip the card, because see right there, I didn't clip it. But after some practice, you will probably get the feel of it, and it will become easier to do. But yeah, my biggest tip is just to have a heavier packet, have moist fingers, and just to keep practicing. It is quite a knacky move, as I have said. So a recap, make sure to have a small packet or a larger packet if you're doing the 2-card version. Of course, have it in straddle. Have moist fingers for when you peel off the card. Instead of pushing on this packet with your index, you're going to pinch the card between your thumb and index and push down with your thumb to launch the packet. And for the 2 card, have a heavier packet. Do the same launch, but make sure to consciously try and peel off that single card. And yeah, that's Dropout troubleshooting. Now for combos, the great thing about Dropout is that you end up with a single card. So from here you can go into a single card twirl. But if you go into the 2 card version, you can of course go into a 2 card twirl. With a single card version, you can of course go into backdrop. So a specific combo would be to do Dropout and a Charlie A, then a reverse Charlie A, and then backdrop. Pincho is also great to do with Dropout because you end up in the same spot. Another combo I like to do a lot is this one. And then go into Dropout. So basically you can of course modify this, but it's just a swivel cut. Break off and place this into re-trigger grip while doing a Lego love. Rotate this while breaking off for a revolution cut. And then you're going to do a biddle transfer. And this ends up back into another re-trigger while you do Pincho. Then you can open up another cut to do Dropout. And then you can reverse that cut and do a backdrop. Or of course modify it however you want. But yeah, those were some combos on Dropout. Of course, there's way more you can do out there. These are just some things that I like to do. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful, and if you have any other questions or you're still struggling, be sure to comment your issue down below and I'll try to help you out the best I can. If you have anything else to say, be sure to comment that down below as well. And yeah, thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.